Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name is Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this box. This is part of the Ubiquiti SuperLink range. This is the USL-Siren, not to be confused with the USL-Siren PoE. This is the standalone battery or 12 and 24 volt powered device. They look pretty much identical, do have slightly different features. It's not going to be a big technical overview. Got plenty more how-to guides, testing and set up this over on our YouTube channel. This is about what is in the box. So let's just jump straight in and have a look. You are going to get a little get started guide, which I'm probably find you're probably not going to actually have a look at all. You're going to get some screws and lugs, multiple ways to fit this. I'll show you how some of these bits go together. You are going to get a small little security tool or posi drive to be able to undo some of the screws to make this slightly less tamper likely. And let's talk about some of how this fits together. So you're going to get your drilling guide. We have this straight hard mount surface back bracket here. You can see plenty of ways to be able to mount that screw directly through. The idea, and we'll have some better looks at this at the unit at the moment, as you can see we've got a locking screw piece here. So obviously that's going to go up onto your wall and then this is essentially going to slide and lock into place like that. And then once it's slid and locked into spot, you're going to do this screw up here to hold it in place. I haven't just, by the looks of it, clicked that totally into place for where it needs to be on there. But you get the idea of actually how that all fits together. Now, if you do maybe have a suspended or a false ceiling, then again, you get some longer bolts in the packets here that we looked at earlier. This is going to go onto the top side of your ceiling tile. If my finger was the ceiling tile, then this was going to come onto the underside of that. You're going to bolt through, and then obviously that's going to give you your main mounting bracket there on the ceiling. And you're like, that's all well and good, Paul, but tell me about the device itself. Well, as you can see, this is our main siren area. This can go in a sheltered area. I'd probably not say it's totally weather resistant or weatherproof because you're obviously going to get some rain covering into here if you've got it outside. So under an eaves or somewhere like that is probably going to be fairly good. LED light all the way around the outside here. Then on the back obviously are two holes here that allow us to push our plate back into place and our fixing screw here. Now interestingly, we've actually got a cable groove all the way around here because this can actually be 12 or 24 volt powered as well as the batteries that are in here. And this siren can actually be activated by a break in one of those terminals. So you may actually have this running back to a door relay, for instance, and as the door opens, this may make a sound. Over here, we have got our indicators. This is our function button. This is obviously what we not often use to pair it, or if we want to see whether it's actually doing what it needs to, we can push this and it will become available in our Unified Protect application as well. We can see this would show us that we're actually connected. This one isn't set up. It's only powered up at the moment. We've got our little reset hole over here, and we've got a little tamper button on here that obviously is pushed in solid when we have our plate in place there. Now, like I said, you can screw that. You could just actually glue that in place or sticky tape this. If we pull this back, we do actually have a option here if we wanted to put some sticky pads on here. I probably wouldn't do that. I'd just mount it on this. But if you're just leaving this like this, you might wonder how to get at the batteries. It's hidden under here, just giving it some level of protection. This itself, like some of the other USL devices, doesn't have sticky tape on it. This is just normal plastic, but obviously has some options there. Let's now look at our release tool. So let's just quickly undo the screw that is in place here. And this will actually allow us to get inside. And obviously this is where it's slightly different to our PoE model. So we have 4 lithium batteries. They come with this. These are CR123As. Should get about 5 years, but obviously it depends again how often these sound. And we get our terminal blocks in here. So we get our input and the option to be able to power this from, I believe, from 12 to 24 volts. And obviously we've got these little channel nodules here that we can clip back out if we want to. Those are going to come out and allow us to then run the cable out through here or out through here. And that really gives you a look at what the device is and what you get in the box. So hopefully that's been useful, a quick look there. Do head on over to our YouTube channel, plenty more box openings on network, firewall, wireless devices and camera security, how-to guides, how to set up these sensors as well. So why don't you head on over there, subscribe and stay up to date.